Sorry, I didn't even have my microphone out. This might have been really loud for a second there. I'm really sorry. Okay, what do we have? We need chat. Did I actually remember the size? Oh my god, that is so good. Oh my god, I remembered everything. Oh my god, this is so good. This new streamer.bot thing that I'm using is so good. What the fuck? The chat I was using before, this kind of sucked. This one, oh my god, this one actually just works and it does stuff. Oh my god, Alex was gaming. How is it going? Damn. I mentioned this last time, but during the last stream I noticed that some of the messages were not actually arriving at the multi-chat I was using. So I went out in the middle of the stream to get a new streamer multi-chat thingy. And it's actually working so much better. Yeah, streamer.bot, it actually works. It actually works really well. Oh my god. Yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome Nyantu and Kora and EV and everyone else. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do an announcement about this as well on our server. Yay. Stream's out any minute now, right? Steam is gonna be out in an hour. I have it open on my monitor, although you can't see it right now. It says less than an hour, which means it's gonna be at the top of the next hour. So yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. How is it going, everyone? Hope you're doing fantastic. I have played the patch a little bit. Usually I don't play the new releases because I'm gonna wait for stream to do that, but I needed to get my QP down because I didn't want my QP to go all the way to like 100 and stay at 100 for a really long time, so I wanted to get some farming in. But yeah, it is time. I also noticed that is the game lagging a little bit? Huh. Well, once it comes out on Steam, we definitely don't have to worry about that. I also didn't do any of the roles yet. So I also wanted to make sure to not do the roles until you guys are here so that you can join me on watching the roles and everything. So yeah, let me just see if everything is alright. Everything seems to be fine. Today is your lucky day. You'll get Swimsuit Mami 110 pull along with double Iroha again. Quick by that. I also got double Iroha by the way during the free 10 pull today, which I guess I should have waited for, but eh. And you also got more and more from a sharp pull. Oh my god. I'm gonna do a single 10 roll and I'm also gonna get her. Don't worry. Just look at that. Single 10 roll. That's all it takes. Just a single 10 roll is gonna give me Swimsuit Mami. All we need. That's all we need. We also got properly good stuff today as well. X is just a myth. Don't worry. It's very easy to get it. Yes, here we go. I told you we're gonna go. Okay, it might not be a Swimsuit Mami, but I told you. You're like, oh, come on, this is a single 10 roll is gonna get it. Oh man. wait a minute. Don't I already have her at like A4 or something, or A5? Yeah. I have another A5 character now, guys. I have another A5 character. I got another A5 character, guys. Oh no. That's okay. That's okay. I have some more roles lined up. I have more roles lined up. Don't worry about this. We're gonna definitely get a useful character now. A useful character in any of these. There we go. Useful character. Let's go. It's gotta be a useful character because there's no way we're gonna get another Momoko right here. Let's go. Trust. There we go. Useful character. Although now that Momoko is A5, I don't actually need Kyoko anymore. So actually that's maybe not that important. Well, better to have a character than not have a character, right? Just to fill out my Pokédex, even though I'm not actually gonna use Kyoko because I already have an A5 Momoko now. So well, that's I think I have every single character now that's in the standard pool. Yeah, I have every single standard pool character now. That's pretty cool. Because I got a double Iroha today as well. Nice. Welcome to the stream, Apricot AI. How is it going? You came at the right moment. So today there's gonna be a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff. So I mentioned this in the title of the screen, depending on... The title is either gonna be below or above, depending on where you're watching. And we're going to be doing, of course, the new score attack. We're going to be farming some Crystalis. We're gonna talk about the new stuff that they added to the game, about everything. And then once I'm done, if I still have some time at the very end of that, maybe we actually do have some time to play the new Zender Zone Zero patch as well. Although, I may be swapping to the Steam release in the middle of this, because Steam's gonna release in an hour, and then I'm gonna see if maybe I can swap to the Steam release. If that works out. So we'll see, we'll see. I like the Crystalis system a lot. Like this, there's not going to be any Crystalis system hate on this stream, because in this stream we fucking love the Crystalis system, because it means now I actually get to do something each day. Now every day I actually get to put some effort in here and say, you know what, let's do some runs, and I can just do some runs and I can get some stuff and I can actually make progress towards a larger goal. Do you know how awesome it is to be able to make progress towards a larger goal when before you couldn't do that? Oh my god, isn't that great? Isn't that great? Oh. Yes, Ice Gamer, it is indeed here. You should read the news and watch my news videos, because I'm talking about all of that. Oh, you just got mad on... You're playing ZZZ or watching this? I would be playing this otherwise as well, because I would have waited otherwise for a daily reset. So here's the fun part about me doing this specific EX one. By the way, the music has gotten a bit louder, or is that just me? This specific EX is weak to dark. Also, it drops dark items, and I want dark items. But this one being weak to dark means something very important. It means that once my Homura has special, this node instantly dies. Immediately. Because my Homura is pretty jacked already. I want to show you. So you look at this. So first off we get bonus turn, whatever. But then, everything just dies instantly. Even if they weren't broken, even if they weren't half HP, I think my Homura, if she crits with her special, kills enemies from full HP, basically, in this. So that's pretty powerful. You can't play a Steam version because the region error, no licenses. That means it's sadly region locked for you, but don't worry, or do worry, but they might add more countries in the future, specifically South America. Because I think they just brought a whole bunch of anime to South America, like through Aniplex. Like Aniplex is now bringing stuff to South America. And to me that signals that they're gonna expand more to South America. Also, the Spanish terms of service have been updated just like a week ago. And that's weird. Like, why are they updating specifically the Spanish terms of service? That's kind of weird. So yeah, I have a fear. Oh, Vietnam, I'm not quite sure if they're gonna add that anytime soon, but I hope that they do. I hope that they do. There's no difference in drop between the different element Crystalis stages other than from the enemies themselves. I don't actually know. So I'm farming on dark because they're dark weak, but I've also only gotten dark element damage increases from this one. Which is kind of weird that I've only gotten dark element ones. Maybe you can only get the specific element ones from this, which is possible, I don't know. Yeah, difference in the elemental damage chips. Oh my god, I already have all of them? Jesus. Yeah, farming dark is probably the best idea right now, because you want to farm the one for your attacker. Like, you want to have your attacker be the one that matches the enemy element. So of course with Homura, everyone's gonna be farming the dark element. If you want, for example, to farm Madokami, then it's the light element, etc. What's the current max player level is 120. Although the experience required to go from 100 to 120 is extremely high. I'm only 103, by the way. So yeah, it's pretty hard. Thus the pass also buffed the reward from Pistol Quest. It only buffs the reroll items you get, so those little teardrops that you get, those get buffed by the pass, but not the actual gem drops. Those don't get buffed. You got your first A5 in this, Yachio. Good, congratulations, and here's some good news. With the new Crystalis system, you can now build a lot of crit rate and crit damage. Although you probably shouldn't build crit damage too much, but you can build a lot of crit rate now, meaning that it's now really easy to get a crap ton of crits with Yachio. And specifically, Yachio's EX crystal gives her like 20% crit rate passively, which is insane. So Yachio has gotten a huge boost from the Crystalis system because now you can crit really hard. Can we roll with those pain drops? Those pain drops allow you to re-roll the stats on your gems that you have. 11% usually pays to attack, so I'm just doing forest. With the way that everything is set up, you probably want to have, yeah, attack percent and element percent. And I'm not quite sure if you want to have crit. You might actually be able to get away with building crit as well, but I'm not quite sure about that. For secondary stats, you definitely want crit, because flat attack kind of sucks in this game, most sadly. But you still actually have a way now to build crit. That's going to be really nice. Yes, this scroll attack is water weak, so you're definitely going to have actually a way of using Yachio now. A3 Yachio and Madokomi going on saying, yeah, Madokomi also has like an extremely good EX one. So the EX for Madokomi also gives like 15% crit rate passively, which is also really good. And like another 30% crit damage. Like EX for Madokomi is like extremely good. Like holy shit, is it good. For support Crystalis once, reroll the actual crystals you get. Now, Melon Peach, when you have a Crystalis gem, you put that gem onto your character, and then you get secondary stats on that gem. And those secondary stats you can reroll by using those teardrops. So these teardrops you can use to reroll those secondary stats, so you can't get any more main stats with that. But yeah, Yachio and Madokomi are now much better if you get their EX crystals and actually build a good Crystalis set for them. Yeah, you can also get weakness percent. Not entirely certain if that's going to be better than something like attack or flat, or just the element damage. Because I don't know how much percent you get of that. It would have to be a really high percentage to be worth it. Because if you get only the weakness percentage one and not the general damage percent one, then that means that you kind of are locking in to playing that attacker only against enemies they have weakness advantage towards. And they might be a lot worse than other content, which I don't know if I want to lock in like that. Hey Guardian Soulblade, you're happy that you finally hit level 90 and getting closer to level 120. Finish Homura because it's Homura. That's damn right, you gotta get that Homura in there. Gotta get that Homura. I'm also currently building my Homura to be the best she can possibly be. I haven't gotten anything good for her yet, but we've just started. And we're definitely gonna get some absolutely crazy stuff today. Mark my words, we're gonna get absolutely crazy stuff for Homura today. It's gonna happen. Like, okay, maybe not that one. Maybe not this one. But there's some great stuff in there. That specifically I need to show off in case you guys haven't seen it and I said whatever. So you just saw that I got like this legendary one that had like the shield on it, right? The shield one. That one's insane. By the way, welcome as well to the stream and everyone. Hello, Junes and everyone. So the shield one that I just got, that one is maybe one of the best. Generally, maybe not for your attacker, but generally. This one goes kind of hard. Decreases all allies' damage taken and affects scales based on how many enemies there are. There's also another one that scales with how few enemies there are, and that one is also really good. I think that's the one I actually have on my Kirika. Yeah, so look at that. Basically 8% damage reduction for the entire team if there's a single enemy. If everyone were to equip that, you would take like 40% less damage, which I don't think that's how it works. Like, it's got to be multiplicative, right? It can't be additive. Like, additive would be way too powerful. But imagine if it actually was additive, and it's like the entire team takes 40% less damage in single target fights. That would be kind of overpowered, right? But generally, this is fucking good. Like, this is so damn good. Holy shit, it's that good. It's terrible for PvP, sadly, Zoe. But generally, this is really good. Although it's actually still good for PvP. I wouldn't say it's terrible, but still, it's not as crazy as it sounds. For PvP, what is crazy in PvP are ones that I don't have right now. I can't show them off, but there's like, this one's Swift Grace, but there's also another one, also something Grace, where it just gives you flat at speed. It just says like plus 12 speed. So you can equip something like that says like plus 12 speed to your Pluvia Madoka, for example, and then you can also roll secondary stats. And you can also roll speed as a secondary stat. So now you're gonna see people have like plus 25 or so speed on all of their characters in PvP. Imagine everyone having plus 25 speed in PvP. You're not gonna win that fight. They're gonna get 5 turns before you get 1. You're dead as fuck. And that's gonna be PvP now because... yeah, I don't know if you can actually see enemy Crystalis in PvP. Oh my god, I need to check that. Oh my god, I need to check that, if you can see enemy Crystalis in PvP. You didn't get Swimsuit money, but you did finally get your first regular Mami. Regular Mami is still one of the best characters in the game. Congratulations. Are there set effects? So there are special effects, and specifically every single character has an EX Crystalis, right? And these EX Crystalis have special effects for each individual character. For example, specifically, Madokami gets like... I can actually look it up. I have the data mine up on my second monitor right now. Don't worry about it. So, she does... where is it? She gets 15% critical rate, Madokami. And on battle skill use, increases critical damage by 5%, stacks 5 times. So Madokami with her EX gets 50% crit rate and 25% crit damage, which is insane. But that is like specific to only Madokami. So that's kind of like a side effect in a way. But EX Crystalis are extremely rare. Extremely rare. So yeah. So let me check if you can actually see Crystalis. You can. They don't have any set yet because it still has, like, there hasn't been a reset yet. But it seems like you can actually see enemy Crystalis effects in PvP. So you can actually see if you want to fight them or not. So that's kind of crazy. By the way, I would probably be able to win this entire season if I wanted to, but I've already gotten a number 1 rank. And once you've gotten a number 1 rank, there's not really much reason to try and go for number 1 again, because you have to spend a lot of time and effort and gems to put yourself a number 1 again. Not worth it. It's just not worth it. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, there's some really good stuff in there. Max speed with more motor is my nightmare. Yep, that's gonna be fun. Everyone's going max speed on everyone. Hey, Matey Fire, how is it going? So yeah, there's some really good stuff in there. So not just specifically side effects, but basically something similar. There are also characters, by the way, that have really terrible EX effects, like for example, Kirika and Pluvia. Pluvia gets like 5 MP when an enemy reaches max break bonus, which happens like once a fight maybe, or twice a fight maybe, so kind of useless. But that's kind of balancing, right? Like it balances everything out, because Pluvia and Kirika are really powerful, but by having really terrible EX Crystalis, that just balances them out in a way, right? So that's really good. I still want those EX, by the way, but they're not game breaking. Yeah, Pluvia EX also gives a little bit more healing, but yeah, it's really niche. Yeah, if you try to swap a Crystalis in a slot, it will actually get converted. Like the old one breaks. That's the one thing that I think is really terrible about the system right now, is if you exchange Crystalis, the old Crystalis breaks and is lost permanently until you, of course, find it again from the battles. Which I hope they change that. In fact, I'm somewhat certain they will change that, because there's no way people on JP servers aren't really angry about that and are shouting at the developers over that, right? Like they gotta be angry at the developers for old Crystalis breaking. So I'm pretty certain that they will update that and patch that, and that at some point in the future they're gonna have a patch where they say now, okay, they don't break anymore. In fact, the UI already has that functionality in it, kind of, because if you look at your list of Crystalis, you can see on the list of Crystalis the slots for the substats, but those are always empty. But if you could swap Crystalis, then those slots wouldn't be empty, they would just have the secondary stats in them. So the UI already kind of supports swapping Crystalis. They just didn't do it. So I don't know. Did they change the drop rates? It's possible they increase the drop rates. They may do a system where after you have fought a certain amount of time with the same character, that character is guaranteed their EX. So let's say, for example, you fight with Homura 50 times in this game mode on extra difficulty, and you still haven't gotten your EX. Then it's possible that maybe you can just, like a pity mode, basically, you just get it as a pity. That's possible. Is it said anywhere what the drop chances are for it to drop? We don't know. People are assuming it's like 1% for an EX, but we're not quite certain. Is Sana better than Kirika, specifically in PvP? It's the opposite. People usually use Kirika because Kirika is much better in PvP. The reason for that is that Kirika, with her barrier, gives everyone bonus MP generation, and the MP generation is extremely important. So that is why people are usually using Kirika. Yeah, the damage reduction is not that important, but yeah, the MP makes a really big difference. Oh, I haven't even heard this music before. Wow, that's some good music. Wait, that's some good music. Damn. Slower than 1%, you did 130 plus runs in OEX. That doesn't mean it's less than 1%, but it might be less than 1%, you're right. Oh my god, that's some vibing. Ooh, nice. That's Paola, by the way. Paola is from My Record, of course. I think was it the first time we saw Paola in the summer event for Homura? That might have been the first time we saw Paola in My Record, which was a Chinese magical girl, interestingly enough. But yeah, we gotta do some stuff in here. So let me figure something out. Score attack. We gotta fix something up for score attack. But before we do that, I should probably check out what the boss even does, because I don't think I've even done that. Okay, so it's highly weak to burn, poison, and weaken. That's interesting. The boss takes less damage, but not in break. That's okay, I'm gonna break the boss anyway. It also gains extra break gauge depletion resistance on odd number turns and extra defense on even number turns. It's best to put in break on a turn when it doesn't have high defense. Now that means its own odd or even number turns, not rounds. It doesn't say rounds, by the way, so the round timer on the side is not going to help you with this. That's the round time on the side is not what you're looking at. Basically, you have to just count the boss turns. But you can just take a look at the boss and see how much damage you're actually doing. Like, are you actually hitting good numbers on the boss, or are you not hitting good numbers on the boss? And you can kind of guess based on that. The boss debilitates the barriers. Yeah, I think I've heard that as well, but I think it's with his attacks that are like super effective against barriers. Basically like what Pokénacht. In a way, yeah. Hopefully reset is nice. Paula's familiar with one of the concept movies. Yeah, that's a... People are wondering if one of the new Megaka might actually be Paula. I think you shouldn't use a defender, barriers, and nerf to damage increases pure goods with a barrier with a specific attack. Yeah. Do I need a healer though? We could just rush the boss down. So we do actually have Momoko, but we're still gonna use Yachio. I also have Kyoko, and she's level 103. Damn, she's also level 110 in this. Wow. Sadly, he only has level 3 of this, because I know I'm missing one. Okay, so we're not using Kyoko though, but she at least is built now. So if this was still the old patch, by the way, like if this was before the Crystalis system, this Kyoko would basically be done right now, and there would not be anything else to do. So yeah, that's that. We want... Oh, we can use Rena on this. That is really good. Right, well, wait, what else do we have? Forest. Can also use Forest. Buffers are going to be interesting because I don't think we have something good. We have a debuffer, but we don't have a forest attacker right now. We could actually take double Edo, interesting enough. We're definitely going to pick this. So you'd need Tsuruno for the crit buff for Yachiyo, so, or should you still run on Mami? We're definitely still running Mami. We might also use Tsuruno. That may not be the worst idea. So something like this, maybe. So we have really fast single target breaking because Lena is just really good. Then we also have really good damage. Really, really good damage. And then of course we have Mami doing Mami things. And we have a healer. I think I'll use Kaida instead. Yeah, force attacker would be Mami. Sadly I didn't get Mami from the gacha. By the way, something broke with this update, because with this update, some people's, you saw it with the text right here, some text now bugs out a little bit sometimes. Maybe I can get it to bug out again. Oh, it doesn't bug anymore. But yeah, sometimes the text bugs here a little bit. I don't know what they did. Welcome Steam Bros, prepare for Salt, yay! The Steam is gonna release in about half an hour, by the way. Basic attack. No, this is more important. Hope the new Dope Edo model looks good. It's gonna look insane because they don't want to just put the hood down. They want to do a bunch of other stuff with it. Use that one. New players can snack limited Mami. They sure can. I'm not the type to take walks. I still don't have good breaker supports. I still don't have good breaker supports. Like, I just don't. I only really have this one. Like, this is good because it increases breakage depletion, but there are like breaker supports by now, like Toka and Tsukuyo, I think, that give you speed, which is really good. So Hypersteel. We gotta use this one, right? Also, I'm going one enemy though. I'm not sure. No, we're using this one. We also gotta get her to at least 110. This one. So here's the thing. Now whenever you go out and you make more teams, like this, for, in this case, score attack, you're gonna run into a problem, which is, oh no, I don't have Crystalis for these people. Oh no. And there's gonna be something you're gonna have to worry about now. Whenever you get a new character, you wanna build a new character, you gotta get the Crystalis as well. That said, if you have someone's EX Crystalis, you're basically done, right? Like after, if you've gotten an EX Crystalis and then 2 either purple or orange rarity secondary gems that have the main stats that you need, at that point you're basically done and you don't need to worry. Like, you don't need to get every single stat point out of the system that is possible, right? Just get the EX and that's mostly it for the most part, right? That's basically that. I do need to... We're gonna play some scroll attack first, and then we're gonna go and actually get some Crystalis for these guys. But for now, let's actually do some scroll attack. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, cool. My document is better since it's only one target. Yeah. It's hard to say. I'm not sure myself. Let's actually check the boss again. Okay, greatly increases breakage. Reason why we saw this. When not in break, your blast increases all. Okay, I don't know why I didn't say this in the guide that I just looked at before the battle. But this last line about significantly decreases all enemies' barrier durability, that wasn't in there. They kind of didn't say that. How many XP have I trained so far? None. But I've only farmed for like my natural QP today. Like, I haven't actually broken any cubes. I'm gonna put some cubes in there today. Haven't done that yet. Okay, what else do we have? Dual stat damage enemy. Damage increases if only HP under 30%. We're gonna kill it in one shot anyway. That's not gonna happen. Decrease crit rate. Oh no. By the way, that's some really good stuff. Really good music, I want to say. Increases. Yeah, when every barrier person increases own dark damage dealt. Interesting enough. Increases all enemies' damage taken. So here's the thing. I mentioned earlier that I think the first time we saw Paola was in the Homoda Swimsuit event, where it was a Chinese magical girl, and I think they're doubling down on that it was a Chinese magical girl that became Paola, because there's this in the background. That is either Chinese or Japanese style, and I'm not quite sure, but I'm just gonna say out there, it's what if that's Chinese style architecture back there. And the music, it has an erhu in it, which is a Chinese instrument, I think. So I think they're leaning into that yes, canonically I think it was a Chinese Miyuka, although maybe not, who knows. Welcome as well, Kazu. I never see a boss that increases crit rate. Yeah, that's interesting that they're doing that. Yeah, you hear this in the back, it's like that's an erhu. Devs knew yet was going to be used and specifically gave Paula the ability to increase crit rate. Yeah, how dare they? Yeah, it's absolutely doubling down on the Chinese influences. Mami Swimsuit has changed its manga record. Yeah, it also doesn't have as much metal in there anymore, because it was kind of weird. Whoops, that's one kick one. It's kind of weird that the Mami Swimsuit had so much metal in it. Why would you put metal on a swimsuit? Yeah, it is similar now, more similar at least to how it looks like in Walpurgis is not rising. Or just Walpurgis is not kiten. So I'm just gonna say kiten. Ouch! We don't need to do it just yet. We don't need to heal either, we're just fine. New trailer is lit. Yeah, I've only seen it once, by the way. Just knew they're going with what they were doing with Paula's Labyrinth for showing the new trailer, top the green. Yeah, at this point the new magical girl could be her. They've shown her like that, it's very possible that it is. Which turn are we on? I didn't check. Oh, we're definitely breaking in this time. We're definitely breaking, by the way, because this Reina is gonna get another turn. Yeah, we have to double it. We have to go all in. I think we're not on a good turn, but we're gonna break anyway, so we gotta go. We need the buff from this, right? Good. We have crit rate down, but still we're gonna crit anyway, right? Easily. Easy crit. Yeah, there we go. 700,000. Very easy. So that was difficulty 20 only, but I just saw something, and you guys also just saw something. It is time. Think I release a new swimsuit Kyoko once every year? Definitely. Oh, I got another one of these as well. Gotta roll all of them. What else do we have? Do we get keys? One key, come on, it's only one key, but we gotta do it. Ah, still muscle up. What? We just saw you? Okay, here we go. Put your bets in. What's it gonna be? Oh, I think we're gonna get a 5-star because we just saw Yuraka. Oh. Yeah, she has a walking nuclear bomb at this point. Yep. Ooh. Another Iroha, which I don't need at all, but it's good. It's good. I'm gonna say no. Not gonna say no to that. Wait, what do we get in the chamber? Do we get the music? No, we didn't get the music, sadly. Oh, I would really like to get the music. Oh yeah, we got Kyoko. We need to get one of these as well. I haven't forgotten this feeling of wanting to protect people. I think that's what Jesus said. The better Iroha. I've gotten both Irohas now. Somehow. Yeah, just today I got both Irohas today. That's interesting. Okay, more gems, even though I'm not gonna... Am I gonna roll again today? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Maybe I will roll again today. Okay, let's see. I think I have every single character that's currently in the standard pool, which was kind of lucky. Yeah, we're only missing, yeah, the new one, and then Toka and Tsukuyo, who are not in the standard banner right now, but they will be soon. The orange girl is really giving Kitori, though I can't see Kitori being paired any which other than Itsuki. I don't think she looks like Kitori that much, to be fair, but everything is possible. Okay, we're gonna go right back in there. So now we have to look at that. We have to look at that portrait we just got for another 10 gems. Those 10 gems are important. Don't knock those 10 gems. Very important. Very important. Does Mami not have a Magic Girl story yet? Yeah, that's because her Magic Girl story would be spoilers for Scene 0. So she's only getting it once the actual... once more has been released for Scene 0. Okay, more score attack. Ooh, yeah. What I expect from unit content? At this point, unit content could still basically be anything, because they say that they're still testing stuff out. And they're still trying to figure out what would be the best thing to even do. So, I don't know. Part 1 is on an archive, and it never will be. Scene 0 will never be added to the archive, because it will be added as main story instead, starting next week. So next week, Scene 0 Part 1 will be main story. This is the one that... which show would this be? Bonk. Yeah, this is the turn where the boss has a lot of defense, right? Yes, absolutely. What does ongoing damage mean? That's damage over time effects, by the way. Which right now is not really that important because there's not many good damage over time effects in the game. But once we actually have a damage over time focused damage dealer, that's going to be extremely good. But right now no one needs it. Even characters like Nemu, who has poison damage and is focusing on that, doesn't really need it because she's a support and not really a damage dealer. Okay, we're getting very close to a break, but I don't want to break yet. I do want to have Ryacho use skill here so that we can get the passive running. Oh, not the passive, the buff running. She gets a buff from this. Okay, now we're breaking after this. Bam. Do we need Tsuno buffs again? Not really. We have the crit rate. Yeah, no, we're fine. Should I do double breaker or one breaker and Mami for rank 40? One breaker and Mami probably, is my guess. Push back, nice. Bam! So much more stuff. Oh my god, look at all this stuff. There's so much stuff. Holy shit. I wonder if I have to go through Scene 0 again. That's a good question. I don't actually know. One way or another, I hope we get the rewards again for everything in Scene 0. Because as long as we get rewards for everything again, that will be a perfect, because I like more rewards. And also because it's main story. Main story means more player experience than just doing the regular battles in your QP strengthening quests or whatever. Boss can one-shot your Pluvia? Oh yeah, because Pluvia is not one of the fire, aqua or forest types, so it makes sense that she takes more damage. Yeah, you gotta use the correct elements. Not yet. Not yet, as you can see, the red bar is still short. Now the red bar is long. There you go. Oh yeah, Kisa turned to be Sana. But Sana is good. Peppa P is good though. Maybe not as good as like other characters, but she's so good. Damn. How's Iron Grey? Really good. Specifically in AoE scenarios. Hey, Rip Fam Winkle, how's it going? And thank you for hanging out as well. What a boy, what a... No, we can't always get what we want, but she's so good. Okay. How's Chaos Pockets, by the way? Still on second stage? Yeah, but I think we're gonna try and kill that boss today. We'll see what happens. But maybe I can kill it today. Sika, good burger alternative. Oh, you mean butcher alternative to Arena? Yeah, kind of. But not that great, to be fair. Is this enough for a special? I think it is. Yep. Main source for player level is the daily idle chest and main story quest. Specifically main story quest. I think that the chest is not actually that much. But definitely main story. And the QP quests, those also give a lot. Like the quests that you use QP for, those strengthening quests, they also give a good amount of play experience. You can use Momokare in a... Yeah, you can use the Kamore team on this one, yep. They're gonna be doing really well on this team, actually. With the exception of Momoko, because Momoko specifically is like for cleaving, but this is a purely single target fight, so she's not gonna be quite as effective. More main stories, yep. I would like more main story as well. They did say that the next main story chapter is coming this fall, so they slowed down main story a little bit. By the way, I'm gonna make an announcement. I'm making an announcement. No, so I'm not just gonna be streaming today. I'm gonna be streaming something tomorrow as well, but it won't be Exedra. Although I guess I can stream my dailies. But the main point is, I'm not just gonna do Exedra for the rest of my life, right? As far as streams are concerned. You know what comes out tomorrow? Something very important, and I have just the thing for it. I heard the new Donkey Kong game comes out tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to be streaming about Donkey Kong Bonanza tomorrow. Maybe I'm going to speedrun it, because in case you guys didn't know, I feel like I say this a lot, but if somehow you still didn't hear this, I used to be a speedrunner back in the day, like 5 or so years ago. I even had a speedrun world record in Ukulele, and in Ukulele in the Impossible Lair, and in Hat in Time. I had the Hat in Time, had any percent speedrun at some world record at some point. But Maybe if I like the new Donkey Kong game enough, maybe I'm gonna try and speedrun it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I have to really like it. Like that's usually what it comes down to. It. Like I have to really like it. But maybe I'm not sure. I messed up, didn't I? I wasn't watching the screen. I'm just not in a good spot. Or maybe not. No, it's fine. Right? So I never switched to his country. Tried. Well, you'll be able to see if it's good or not on this stream. I absolutely did something to mess up, but I'm not quite sure what I did to mess up. Whatever. Probably I used the arena special too early. Hey, Bitron again, how's it going? It's been a while. I was impressed by speedrunners. Well, you definitely won't be impressed when you see me doing shit. We'll see. But like I said, maybe I'm gonna speedrun, maybe not, I don't know. It depends on how much I like the game. And how much I like movement. It's gotta have some good movement, right? Like, it's a movement like Odyssey maybe, like, you know, in Super Mario Odyssey the movement is just exquisitely so good. Okay, we don't have time to build break gauge, so we just go. So yeah, I expected to do that much because I messed up everything, but that's fine. I think we do. There's no need to do that. Yato is kind of in the dumpster. We need to do a second break. Yeah, I messed up really bad. Whatever. Shit happens. I want the dev to make a batch file for the crystal quest. It takes a long time to find them. They're definitely going to be doing something. Not quite sure what exactly. Why speedrun my first playthrough? I don't think I'm going to be speedrunning my first playthrough. Rather that after a playthrough, if I like it enough, after it all credits, then I might just restart it and start speedrunning. Have you had a Quick Run Kingdom? I definitely have. I definitely have seen a lot of Quick Run Kingdom, but I'm not actually interested. Sorry. Oh, this is gonna be perfect because we're actually gonna get another Yachio special. Yeah, we're gonna kill this in one break, by the way. You guys were doubting. Even I was doubting. I didn't think it was gonna be possible. Hey, Matt Poretta. Hey, what a great fun. Do you know when the other campaign's going live? This month or just summer? Most of the campaigns they announce are live right now. Not sure what's coming after this, by the way. So it's gonna take a bit longer for more stuff. Oh, I wanted to hope that didn't kill, so I had a bigger special. But good enough. We're doing pretty well. Oh, we're 163rd. I wasn't even trying. Wow. Wait, that Gunner Maniac? I know that guy. Wow. Is that Kaiten? That's not Rie. That's... Ooh, I don't know. Sushi is there. Sushi, good. Doing good. Erika Furu there? That's a name. That looks Chinese. We're already at 40? It only goes to 50, by the way. Kaiten, don't mess up. Makes sense. It was Chinese? Oh my god, I was trying to read it. Saw something about 10 new campaigns. Oh yeah, there's like 10 free things they're giving us, basically, in a way. I don't actually know exactly what those 10 things are and when we're getting them, but I think most of that is live right now. As far as that is concerned. Talking is 40, 45 and 50 are for whales. Well, I'm kind of a whale myself, you know, so we're gonna, of course, have no issue whatsoever. Psycho technique. I think the boss's break gauge has just increased dramatically in length. Just the boss's break gauge has suddenly gotten a lot longer. That is what happened. I think I didn't even fuck up last time. I think the break gauge is really long now. Bonk. We have two lance users and they're both aqua? What's about aqua and lances? What? That's a conspiracy if I ever saw one. We actually need to heal now. What? In ZZZ, user as raccoon is called Kamanosuke. Not quite Kamanosuke, sadly. Yeah, I imagine it's an Ashley emoji. Kamanosuke is ready to go! Well, Aina since launch, but my iPods have been horrible. Yeah, if you miss her, don't worry. She's gonna go into the standard pool at the end of next month. Right? Yeah, the time works out. At the end of next month, she's gonna be in the standard pool. I think we don't do much breakdowns right now. Yeah, we need to wait. Is it any easier to have a second account with the Steam version coming out? You still need like 2 mobile devices. You could, like, if you want to have 2 accounts, you could just have one on mobile and one on Steam if you want to do that. It's probably better than 2 mobile devices would be my guess. Or you could just not have 2 accounts. You could just have one if you only want one. Okay, we should be careful because I think I don't want to break the boss too early. Now we're gonna do this, and then this, and we're gonna play it a bit slow. Okay, we're gonna slow it down a little. Yeah, you can get Aina spooked and then have her A5 at some point. Just from spooks. Wow. You're finally gonna prove your good job, Leo. How is it going, by the way? Hope you're doing well, Leo. Ow. Ow. Hold up. Now we can do it. Okay, we're slowing it down a little bit because you can see we're breaking way too early if we do that. I'm just gonna set everything up. Okay, once this boss turn is over, we're going. I think we need to do this and that just to break it. Yeah, we're just barely breaking, I think. I want some buffs on this. I should have done the attack first. Or maybe not. Okay, let's do... I think we're gonna have multiple specials. This is the first one. Good. I don't think... Oh, do we need to worry about that? No, I think we're good with that. No, I think we need skill points. We're actually really low on skill points, sadly. Okay, we're actually good on skill points because this gives me one. If you're an Exedra head dev, what would you add in Magi Exedra? Me personally would try to add English voice in Exedra because you love Monogamaica's English VA. Sadly, it would be extremely difficult because you would have to have a voice actor for every single character in the game, and there's so goddamn many. It would cost an absolute mega fortune that I don't think it's going to be quite worth it. Still would be nice, to be fair. What would I add? I don't actually know what I would add. I would need to come up with something first, but I probably would be able to find something really good, probably. The roguelike game mode. Give me a roguelike game mode similar to the Hoyo games, because that is actually something to repeatedly do over and over and over in the... like once you've reached the end game, and that is really good. Like once you've reached the end game, to have like a roguelike go that you just keep going through and you can do very special builds. Like I want to do a roguelike build where I just do a bunch of break damage and something like that or whatever. And you can just decide whatever you want to do. And that would be kind of insane to be able to do that. Like give me something like that. That would be really cool. That's what I would add. Subs for the voice for each magic girl, that's what I'm asking. That would be a simple thing to add, I think, but they kind of don't. Maybe because they need like new, what would we say, new mechanics for that, because they don't have something like that programmed to even be able to do that. Okay, here's something we're gonna do. I'm gonna go and do some Crystalis with these guys. I'm playing Musume lately. Love a roguelike mode. Oh, this is something that is people are kind of like not really appreciating enough about the Hoyoverse games, because the roguelike modes add so much replayability to those kinds of games. Okay, if we get really lucky, we can just get a good one for everyone immediately after just one fight. So maybe we just do one fight and we're gonna get a really good Crystalis for every single character. Your videos have been super useful to me. Oh, thanks, Espiona Sparkle. How's it going, brother? You recently got Doppel Iroha. Who's the better healer? Doppel Hero or Kaide? Kaide. She just is. It's kind of sad that that's the case, but that is true. Theoretically, though, on a fight where you don't need to cleanse ailments, Doppel Iroha is really good. Sadly, basically every single fight where you want to bring a healer has ailments. So that kind of sucks. Got the one problem that Doppel Iroha sadly has. But theoretically, if there's a fight where you want to bring a healer instead of a defender, and that fight doesn't have ailments, then you can bring Doppel Iroha and it's gonna be really good. What's the actual difference between the different element types? As far as we believe, there's only a single difference, and that is that depending on what element you're on, you're gonna get different element Crystalis gems. For example, there's a Crystalis gem that increases damage for Aqua characters, and that one only drops on the Aqua nodes. As far as we know, that's the only difference. And of course, the enemies are different. Like the enemies are of course also different. Oh, we got an attack one for Yachio. That's really good. Sadly, Kaide's got nothing because Kaide is poor as fuck. How does it feel to be poor? Okay, we're gonna use one of our cubes, just one, and do another battle to get something for Kaide. Who's the best support for Kaide? That's hard to tell because a lot of healer supports aren't that good right now. So you can either go for something like a Yuma or a Rera, but generally there's no great options right now, sadly. Actually, can't Kaide equip Mami? Theoretically, Kaide can equip Mami, but if you have Mami, you're going to use Mami on the field. She's not going to be there to be a support. Doppel is also, if you have a Doppel Iroha and you want to put her as a support, you can also use that as a support for Kaide. That also works really well, yeah. Divergent universe means you can use Saber literally forever. Aww. I didn't pull for Saber, by the way. I pulled for Archer because I wanted another single target character, basically. Yeah, speed is really good. Generally in this game. Damn. We're still getting anything from Kaide. Kaide, why are you poor? Why are you poor, Kaide? Okay, less than 1 minute, guys. Less than 1 minute. Yeah, Archer being free is insane. Okay, let's count it down, guys. 20 seconds left. Okay, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Steam release! Let's refresh the page. Coming soon. That means I need to refresh my Steam. Let me restart my Steam. PvP will be about who has the best Felicia. I don't think Felicia's gonna be that different now. Yeah, she's gonna have a lot of speed, right? She's gonna have a lot of speed. But outside of that, I don't think Felicia's gonna be that different. It's the supports that are gonna be a problem now. The reset is still coming soon. I'm gonna have to wait until this updates. Unless they actually got the time incorrect and it's not supposed to release yet. Healing plus plus, and we still don't have anything for Kaede. Kaede, why are you poor? Can you stop being poor, Kaede? This is just sad, Kaede. PvP with Felicia and Mami boss Felicia. That can be very powerful, yeah. Top 5 typically. Top 5 on global is a lot easier than on JP, by the way. I've seen stuff on the Japanese server. On the Japanese server, basically the entire top 10 of every single group is Wales. So that's not gonna happen on JP server, sadly. Oh, there it is! Add to library. Has been added to library. Okay, now we need to install it. It says 10 gigabytes, but it's gonna be even more than 10 gigabytes. Saikyo! Saikyo technical! So I'm downloading now, but it's gonna go very fast because I'm on fiber internet, so don't worry about it. Mami buffing Madoka would be better, basically all the time. Yeah, but the attack is very different. Like, you have to get a lot of attack on Pluvia and make sure that Felicia doesn't have any attack, and it's really hard to do that. Yes! We got a fucking EX! We got a Mami, that's the perfect one! Because Mami's EX is overpowered as fuck! Yes! Got one of the best EX in the game. Look at this shit. On battle skill, increases all allies' damage dealt when targeting elemental weakness by 20% for 2 turns. Holy shit. And on basic attack, increases speed by 10%, which is not that important. But damn, just the fact that her buffs are becoming buffier, she's even more buff now. Damn. Yeah, you get a special animation and everything when you get an EX. Damn. It's really good. And Kaede got aqua damage up. Well, I guess have fun with your aqua damage up, Kaede. We need to do another one because I want Kaede to at least have something that you can use in any way. Although I'm probably gonna stop after this one because it's just the healer. The healer doesn't matter that much, to be fair. Yo, what up? That's right. Yeah. We got one. This is kind of hype. This is what I wanted this system for, to be spending some time and putting some effort and resources into something, and then you get rewarded with something awesome. And now I can say, that's my Mami. That right there, that's my Mami. She might look like any other Mummies out there, but that one, that's mine. And mine has that now. Other Mummies don't have that. Other Mummies don't have that. Oh yeah, that's right. It's the Steam version, also reach along. You need to be in the correct region to be able to download the game. What I don't know is that if you manage to download the game regardless, if you're in the wrong region and then start the game, if you then also need a VPN or not. Because on mobile, you need to have a VPN running at all times. If you ever not have a VPN running for even a second, the game immediately boots you out of the game. I don't know if the Steam version has the same check. It's possible that it doesn't, because they might rely on Steam region lock. But if you can circumvent the Steam region lock, does the game itself check? That's a question that we don't know yet. In fact, no one knows that question yet, because the game released like 30 seconds ago. Rigorous Bulwark, that is actually perfect. Oh, the game is downloaded, it was that quick, wow. It was 40 gigabytes that I had to install. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna assign some stuff, and then I wanna see if I can actually swap to the Steam version now. We're gonna check. There we go. It's not quite the one I wanted, but it's still pretty good. I'm just gonna put that here. Awesome. We're gonna activate the secondary stats. Give me some secondary stats. Whatever, I don't care. Just give me something so that I don't feel naked. I'm not doing that quite yet. I don't know about doing that yet either. I'm gonna leave this for now. 25% attack? No. I don't care about her attack at all. I want to give her the EX. That's the important part. Yeah, override it. Give me the EX. The reason I did that is because I want the EX to be on ability slot 1 for everyone, just because the Mind Goblins, and no other reason. They don't want the EX to be on slot 1 for everyone. So yeah, Mind Goblins. So yeah, what do we get? Debuff hit rate. There we go. Debuff hit rate. Awesome. So if we reroll again, it takes the same amount of resources. But let's say, for example, we actually like one of these. Then I can say, oh, I want to keep this. Then you can click this, and now it will keep this and reroll only the other ones. But it costs some of this, and there's not that many of these. So this is actually not that easy to get hold of many of these, sadly. But yeah, you can reroll these now. Don't know quite what I want. I want speed. If possible, I want speed. Apart from that, I don't actually know what else I want. Maybe defense or other stuff, I'm not sure. Alex, did you see me get an EX for Mami? Have you been there for that? I don't know when you went away, but we got an EX with special cutscene and everything. It was really hype. Like, it was really hype. Debuff resistance. That might be interesting, actually. But I want speed. How far does debuff resistance even go? I can check, you know, because I can go to the wiki. Where's the Exedra wiki? Because we do actually have the Crystalis abilities on the wiki already. Big shoutouts to TFF, by the way. We can get... So here's the secondary stats that you can roll. You can get attack, which goes up to 60. Defense, which goes up to 45, which I think we actually had earlier. HP recovery, which goes up to 8%. Speed, which goes up to 4. Break effect, 12%, I forget that one. Critical damage for 10%. Critical rate to 5%. Debuff resistance, which goes to 8%, so this is not actually that high. A debuff hit rate, which is 8% maximum. And max HP, which goes to a maximum of 420. Laze it. So, here, this is a maximum effect. This is the maximum of HP recovery you can actually get, and it's yellow, like golden right here. So if you get a golden effect, gold mean that's the best, right? Gold is the best. Purple is somewhere in the middle, right? Purple is in the middle. And if it doesn't have anything, then it's normal. Right? So I don't actually know which effects we want other than speed. I also don't know which of these are more likely than others. It's possible that it's not actually rolling the type and just throwing all of them with their 10 ranks into the pool. I'm not quite sure exactly how that works. HP. I kind of want debuff resistance actually, and speed. I think one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep rolling until I get speed. 45 defense. Whatever. So we just roll until we get speed. That's basically it. That's some good rolls, but none of these stats are interesting to me. That's the maximum attack. But once again, doesn't matter. Also, it's flat attack. So here's the thing. This flat attack doesn't actually get added to base attack. This is not base attack. Right? This is not base attack. Speed doesn't change color. I'm not quite sure about that. So this is not base attack. This is just added attack at the very end of the calculation, which is terrible. Which is fucking terrible. Don't use flat attack. If you're on a damage dealer, of course you can maybe use some flat attack, but generally it's not good. Generally it's not actually that good. Where the fuck is speed? Speed exists, right? I didn't just dream speed. It's in the list of possible things to get. Is speed really rare? Increases speed by 1. Why do they call it that? Because all the other ones are just things like attack plus 1, or defense plus 6, or max HP plus 4. Why didn't they call it speed plus 1? They're calling it increases speed by 1. That is just weird. That is just weird. What else do we have? Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here that we really care about too much. Defense, no. Increase break bonus, nah. Speed, nah. Not that important. Debuff resistance. That is a lot of debuff resistance, actually. Like a lot of it. But then again, debuffs don't really matter that much on your support anyway. Like, what does your support care about being debuffed? Yeah, I don't think it actually matters that much. We could give defense, but I know that's not that important. Power doesn't matter unless you want that tank crystal formation. Also, power doesn't get increased by Crystalis, by the way. So Crystalis has no effect on your character's power rating, by the way, in case you didn't know. No memberships? I join for sure, not me the comments. I do. I haven't set it up. And the main reason I didn't set up memberships, and I kind of want to get your opinion about this as well. If I set up memberships, I kind of would feel really bad if I didn't put in benefits. But if I were to put in benefits, I would need to dedicate time and effort to actually fulfill those benefits, like you get some special thing or whatever. And YouTube isn't my job. It's my hobby. And I kind of want to keep it that way, at least until I get way, way bigger or whatever. So, especially this early in my career, if you want to even call it that, I don't want to immediately try and make this something that I want to slave away for and work around. And I know that just fulfilling a few benefits here and there wouldn't be that difficult. But even so, I kind of want to keep having it be just a hobby for a while. That's at least my guess. I think you might even be able to do memberships without having special benefits for it, but that feels wrong. So, I don't know about that. I don't know if I would want to do that. Unless you would think that, oh, that's totally fine even if there are no benefits for it. Like, I don't know. But that also feels wrong, I don't know. What do you even want on Tsuno? Tsuno also wants speed. They all want speed and MP. You can get MP, by the way, and kind of, MP is one of the best things you can get. So most characters will want to have MP as main stat. But aside from that, like, yeah, speed, but yeah, I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. I just want to have something so I don't feel so naked. Debuff resistance, yay! HP recovery. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. Yeah, sure, give me debuff resistance, sure. Am I going to get Madoka EX Crystalis? At some point, yeah. At some point, I want to have everyone have an EX Crystalis at some point. Don't know when, but at some point. Oh, we can actually get more of these, huh? We could also get more here. I don't know. Probably not. What else do we have? Following counterattack. Not that important. Intense. Oh, we also don't care about that, but this might actually be useful. So do this. Maximum defense, I mean, not that important, but nice, I'll take it. So yeah, look at that. Now we're not naked anymore. Okay, now that we've done all of that, it's time to do more score attack. Yay. Yay, score attack. I want to be able to get at least 45. I don't know about 50. We might be able to do 50. We'll check it. We'll check it. At least 45 should be doable. So the main issue will now just be that we might just die randomly. But there's not too much we can do about that. Other than, you know, not to die. No, not yet. No. You don't got a chance, eh? That's exactly what I was thinking. The witch period in old game was in a witch. That is from Magia Record, and she's called Paola, who is the witch of a Chinese magical girl who was out fishing with her father and then fell into the ocean and drowned. But you know, magical girls can't actually drown. But drowning is one of the most traumatizing things that can happen to your brain. And if your brain thinks you're drowning, you're basically witching out on the spot, right? So if you want to kill a magical girl, just drown them, because they will immediately witch out from the emotion that comes with that. And yeah, then she witched out in the ocean and got dragged away by the ocean all the way to Japan. That's basically what happened. Which is why there's a Chinese pagoda in the background and why there's erhu, which are Chinese instruments in the music. You can get 1 million and get a character from 0 TK level to 140 views, all that. Huh. Oh yeah. PvP. So people are gonna die at some point, but you know. That's on brand for America Story, yep. And you know why it's on brand for America Story? Because that's a story that was conceptualized and written by Inukuri. Not by the manga record team, but specifically by Inukuri. And Inukuri very much understands how to write a Madoka style story. Yeah. But yeah, in case you... Like, the thing about drowning is that it's really something that very deeply strikes fear into your soul in such a way where there are actually people that have a disability where they're not able to feel fear, right? There are people who literally cannot feel the emotion of fear in their brain because they have, in a way, brain damage. But even those people still get terrified when they believe they are drowning, because that is not something that is a rational part of the brain. That is a very deep-seated instinctual fear that will immediately fuck up your brain. Yeah, even Kafka would probably still be terrified of drowning if she was put in that situation, because that is something that is, yeah, very deeply instinctual and, what would you call it? Not archaic. Primal. That is something very primal. You're saying magical girl now? Sadly, we don't know who that magical girl is other than what I just told you. Have you read or watched Mushishi? Nope. I've heard about it. I know it's about a guy who like studies mushi, which are like yokai basically, I don't know. Or something like that, I don't know. I've never seen or read it, no. It's based on Japanese folklore, very chill show. I know a lot about Japanese folklore because I'm a Toho fan. Wait, that's wrong. Where is it? There you go. That's it right there. I got that on a hotkey, guys. I got that on a fucking hotkey. Is there a reason why all the party quest portraits or support hero they don't match the character's type, or why does the party power often drops if we change them? I have no idea what auto party does. It feels really weird. I don't think anyone knows what auto party does. It is insane. Is that everyone's brain not being able to breathe because there's water in your lungs is bad? Yep. That is indeed the case. I think we're currently in a phase where we deal a lot of break damage, so we need to slow down a little. So don't activate that yet. I got a normal 1cc on 6 to 18 this year. Nice, good job. I only got a 1cc on 6 right now because that's the only one I actually played. But I'm gonna play more soon. Gonna stop now before you run about 12 for the next hour. No problem. I don't want to do that one just yet. No, we do this. Boss on the same Kyoko stack like using multiple turn special abilities or just restoration. It just refreshes the duration, sadly. So I wanted to do it this way so I can push back the boss immediately. And also build a lot of break thingy. Took forever, the games were so fun. They're nice. Although that's not the main thing I like about Toho games. EX Crystalis tier list when? I don't know when, but I'm gonna do a lot of... not a lot of, but I'm gonna do some content regarding Crystalis in a... probably in a day or two. My Yachi was really far back because she was the one that broke, which is really sad. Maybe I shouldn't have done it quite that way. This guy has a shit ton of HP now. Jesus Christ. Okay, doing what I did to push the boss further back was maybe not the best idea. You have to go. Oh, thank you for hanging out, by the way. So yeah, we're not really going anywhere, sadly. Here's another one, though. Bam. And bam. The boss does more damage now because it's about to reach 30%. Yeah, whatever, comes with the territory. This boss might kill me now because it does more damage at below 30%. Can we get more by doing this? We can. We have a special heal now, though. Okay, no. I have to be careful now. No, that's still fine. Do we wait with this? I think we do. Yeah, no, I think we do more break damage now. Would I have had enough MP for another special? I'm not quite sure. Probably not. The boss mechanic is basically that it always alternates with one turn where it takes less break damage and one turn where it takes less damage generally. That's basically it, for the most part. It doesn't actually do that much more than that. Need a whole bunch more skill points because we've used a lot of them. Okay, we're looking pretty good. Not quite able to break yet, sadly. Oh no, this might do a lot of damage now. Okay, no, we're fine. We're gonna have to go for another cycle. So I want to actually do this now. And then take a very slow cycle where we don't do much and we just wait for the next cycle to happen. So now we just take it slow. Hopefully don't die. We're dead. No, it didn't attack her! Nice! Give me a fucking heart attack. She's gonna guarantee one. That's not good. We might accidentally break here, although it's very much not intentional, because we accidentally got a advancement when I didn't want one. No, we're good. We're just barely not breaking. Okay, no, we're good. Break, please. And there we go. The old Mario game was better than this. Is this true? Absolutely not. People are blinded by shit tons of nostalgia if they believe that Mario Record was better than this. Like, people are on such insane amount of copium if they believe that. Mario Record didn't have shit on this. Yeah, the gameplay of Mario Record was kind of shit, by the way. Bonk. Almost there. Yeah. Yeah, basically Mario Record was FU with auto, but not quite. I think there were a lot of differences between the two, so I wouldn't quite go with that. But it wasn't a very deep game at all. Like, it had less than half the depth that this game has. Good points. 14th? I didn't expect that. We're right there. We almost got Metallica, who actually is on the Discord. Oh yeah, that's some good music. Go to Mami, of course, use Mami. Of course. And there's a Yachio right there. With Tsuruno. Not everyone A5. Oh my god, can you believe it? Can you believe it? The animations are the best thing about my record. And even then the animations in this game I think are better for the most part. They might not be as inspired, I will say that there was a lot more inspiration going into the ones in my record. But I still enjoy watching 3D animations more than 2D animations because 2D animations look kind of cheap in a lot of places. I don't know, that's just me though. I don't know about beating 50. That's suggested party power 84,000? Look at how fucking high it goes. It's only 73,000 for this one. And then it goes to 84,000? What? Difficulty score goes up by 300,000. Jesus Christ. This thing is gonna fucking kill me? Yeah, this thing's gonna kill me really hard. But you know what? Let's just do it anyway. Time to die. I love my record, but this game sweeps it. Absolutely. You have to be on massive corpium to believe anything else. Although to be fair, everyone's feelings are indeed valid, but I mean talking for a more objective standpoint. Yeah, I think things are just gonna kill us. Because I think they want you to have damage reduction and high defense on characters. And just having a healer without anything else to back that healer up isn't good enough. Is my guess on what they want you to do for this. It's more harder than Chaos. Maybe, I'm not entirely certain on that. Definitely the mechanics of Chaos are harder than this. But numbers wise, this one has really high numbers. Chaos was doable with the Crystalis. Is more doable with Crystalis? Yeah, absolutely. Do we do that yet? Yeah, the main problem with this fight is that we're going to just die at some point. We already need to use special just to not die. Because single target attacks will kill from that HP. So I'm just first Chaos boss. It's gonna be a lot easier now. Specifically because the first Chaos boss is all about ailments and you can actually just get ailment resistance now on all your characters. And like a really high amount of ailment resistance. So if you just, let's say for example you have every character have at least one purple rarity ailment resistance main stat gem. The boss might just randomly not poison your team and you will just win. So that's pretty cool. Okay, will we die? No, not yet. We're still good. Defense Crystalis also helps. Yep, Defense Crystalis is also what you're gonna basically want to use on all of this. We're not quite breaking yet, even though I kind of wanted to. Wait, are we on? No, we're not quite on that one yet. It's after the next one, so I think we already need to prepare. We are on the long one. Yeah, we're right now on the big one. Okay, next time we can break. I don't think we do quite that. Oh, we can do that though. Yeah, I don't think we do that yet. Slightly for A for Saika. Well, A for Saika is definitely not required anymore. Because of the update. How is it not breaking yet. That is just sad. Whatever, we need to just do that immediately. That's just sad. Although maybe I should have immediately set up for the next one because it didn't crit. We don't have skill points either. Yeah, that is a really bad setup, sadly. Shit happens. We still need to heal, by the way, even during break. This Kaido, she's fantastic. She's probably the best healer in the game. Does that do enough? Probably not. It does. Not. We shouldn't do it quite yet. Oh, we should, because once we get the max break bonus, we actually get a bonus turn, which would fuck up our MP. A mil, good. Bonus turn. Nice. Oh, that's so much HP, Jesus Christ. Push the boss back, good. Our boss is running out and we didn't refresh them, that's kind of sad. Big damage, let's go. That's it. Okay, we're definitely gonna die in this fight, I'm pretty certain. But let's at least do some damage, you know? That's some okay damage. Not great, but it's okay. Time to die. In Spain it's out. Yeah, it's out on Steam right now. I'm gonna do it after this fight. We didn't forget that. I think we only need it because otherwise there's a chance Mami dies? No, wait, we just go. Okay. That's not quite required yet. Moeteru. Yeah, we're not doing much. We're also on our way to the next one anyway. Two skill points, nice. We do heal as much as we can. Jesus. Should I place Kaide with because I don't have her double era? Wait, you shouldn't replace Kaide at all, in my opinion. Like, she's great. You don't need to keep a VPN running with the Steam version even after downloading. Oh, so if you can trick Steam somehow, then you don't need to have a VPN at all times. That's good. That's great, actually, because that means you can actually get someone else who lives in Japan to make a secondary Steam account and then give you that account. You just have to make sure that you don't trigger the Steam detection after that, which I don't know how, because Steam, of course, doesn't tell you what actually detects if your account is good or not. So why would they tell you that? Oh my god! What did Kaide do to you? Would Yuma or Sana work as a replacement for Kaide? If you have to replace Kaide for some reason, then Yuma would, if you need healing. Generally though, probably Sana. How much do we have? 20, we need 25? We're not getting that from this.
ここで決めるわよ。順調な時こそ慎重に。いや、これで勝ったつ貫くわよ。
If they do that, they could maybe skip the region log. I'm not entirely certain. Explain the difference in element. So if you do a different element for Crystalis, Reina's gonna die here by the way, there's nothing to do about that. If you have a different element on your Crystalis when you farm the battle, so if you farm, for example, the Aqua Crystalis battle, then I think you're just gonna only get, or rather, let me say it this way. There are specific Crystalis that give increased damage for a specific element type. For example, there's a Crystalis gem that gives increased Aqua damage. And those Crystalis you can only get, it seems like, on those specific element towers. So if you want specifically the Aqua damage up one, you need to do Aqua Tower. And I think that's it. I think that's the only difference. I'm not certain. But that may be the only difference. Okay, can we break here? That's a break. I need to break here just to heal up, by the way. Okay, give me that stuff. Yeah. This is hard. So she ends on 5, so she needs 85, that's 230s. 230s plus the MP recovery rate, which is 18%. He's got 20%. Dude, it's way too early for me to fucking do any maths. Fuck it. We didn't need it. I should not have done it. What I did. Whatever. How much is Reina only on your team? I don't have to build. If you have Toka instead, Toka is also going to do really well here. You should use either Toka or Reina here. If you don't, it's gonna suck, but it's not gonna be important. For general PvE stuff, Pluvia is the best at all times, and you should always use Pluvia if you can. But those two are also fine. This is weird, but we need to actually heal. We don't have enough of this? Oh my god. We're gonna get another one anyway, so might as well. Fuck it, everything onto this one. Reina's Breaker? Yeah, Reina's Breaker. We're gonna need an entire another break of this, and it also has to be a pretty decent break, because not just any break will work. And despite all our healing, Reina's still not full HP. I'm gonna die here, I feel like. Ooh, we're not dead yet. This is enough for a special, this is good. Oh, that is enough for a special. This gives us a skill for me for Kaide. If A5 Plio, so we ignore breakers for now. Yeah, you can ignore all other breakers in that case. Okay, another heal. Oh, I thought we had one. Never mind. We're still good. Yeah, we have another arena, another arena turn coming up, so we can do this. Oh, I thought it was enough. We need to do this just to not die again?
まだ戦えるわよ
Take the extra break gauge reduction.
私だって特訓の成果が出てる
The fact that we need a pretty decent break after this as well, it kind of scares me.
まだまだ
Because if we get a bad break, like a bad timing for the break, we actually just die, I think. Not this
順
one.
調な時こそ進や今がチャンスね避けられ
The boss also has an attack that gets stronger below 30% HP, and that attack could very possibly kill me.
貫くわよ
I don't remember what that attack is, but yeah, it will kill me.
特訓の成果が出てるだや余裕があるうちに
I'm gonna heal again just to get more MP so we can get the next special quicker.
いやセーフセーフ
Woo!
今がチャンスね
We're still alive somehow. Jesus Christ, how the fuck are we alive?
行くよ
If that attack hit sooner, that might have been the end.
鏡よ今がチャンスね避けられないわよ
Jesus Christ, that is.
ここで決めるわよどうってことないわ貫くわよ
Get another special for Rena. Oh, we can absolutely break after this.
これが最強テクニック伊達に生き残ってないのよはっ絶好調よはっ余裕があるうちに痛いのは嫌だよねいや悪くない
Serena could still die, but the thing is, if Serena dies, I don't think that's the worst thing because she still used her buffs at least.
貫くわよ
But I think we still wouldn't have enough to kill the boss. Okay, we need to not die here, please. No one die. Okay, we're good. I think we got a kill.
鏡よこの調子でいくよ
I think we got a kill. I think we are actually getting a kill.
いくよ今がチャンスね
God. We need 40. I don't think. Well, we're not getting 40 from this. But Kaede would get a special, and that gets us to 40
避
after
けられ
this.
ないわよ
That gets us to the special.
余裕があるうちはい
Do we need it immediately? Yeah, I think so.
私だって悪くないんじゃない
Not quite yet. We're actually very quick on this.
伊達に生き残ってないのよ
Okay, we get at least one more turn of this, which wouldn't be enough for a second one, which means we actually need to do this.
終わりね
Both my buffers are A4, and at A4, when a buffer specials, you get a skill point,
突破するわ
which is exactly as powerful as it sounds.
ここで決めるわよ今がチャンスね
We still might not get a kill here, by the way, because this is getting dicey. This is getting quite
避けら
dicey.
れないわよまだまだ燃えてる
We also need to crit everything from here
絶
on
好
out.
調よ避けられないわよ
Okay, we don't need to do that yet, because we still have a lot of... Everyone's at 0.
悪くないんじゃない
She needs 30. She needs to do this, otherwise she doesn't get it. And we want the pushback plus this.
鏡よ伊達に生き
Bonus
残って
turn.
いや余裕があるうちにえいまだまだ燃えこれが最強的
Now we do it. Double buffs. We got it. I think we have it.
ここで決めるわよ
I want to do as much damage as I can, so I'm specifically going to do skill into ult here, because that should be the best damage you can do. And that might also be a big damage record if we crit this. Also, welcome to the stream. The Quiet Pill. Steam notified me of this game. Yep, it's a really good game.
終わりね
We didn't crit! Oh shit, we didn't crit! Oh fuck! That's actually really bad. Oh no. Oh no, that is actually really bad. Fuck. No, shit.
まだまだ燃えてる
Oh fuck, we might die here.
まだ戦えると思う痛いの
We need to play another cycle? There's no fucking way.
直すわ
Oh no. Oh, that was not a crit. That should have been a crit. Ooh.
まだ余裕があるわいや
Whatever, we're just gonna play another cycle. Fuck it. Play another cycle.
ここで決めるわよ。伊達に生き残ってないの。
Yeah, this game is really good as long as you don't be as you don't attempt to be too much of a try-hard, because the thing is, this is a free-to-play game that has a gacha mechanic, but you can actually just not care too much about the gacha mechanic and you'll be fine. Like, you don't have to invest all of your being into the gacha mechanics if you don't want to.
特訓の成果が出てるされ。余裕があるうちに痛いのは嫌だよね。いや
We might still die here, and that is so fucking sad.
今がチャンスね。行くよ。
We're doing a lot of progress here, though, immediately. Like, we're already getting really close to the next break, actually. Damn.
悪くないんじゃ貫くわよ。
So we did another in-between phase, and then we have it.
特訓の成果が出てる。
Okay, so we don't need to play for very long.
だや。
We still need to get lucky, though. Please don't do it. Don't do it.
絶好調よ。はっ。ここで
I do spend my gacha. Haha, well, that's bad. We actually need to use specials just to break the boss faster now.
伊達に生き残って突破するわ。余裕があるうちに痛いのは嫌だよね。
Actually, we shouldn't use it now anyway.
どうってことないわね。貫くわよ。まだまだもうされ。
Okay, boss, please don't do anything
避け
stupid.
られないわよ。
The boss can randomly kill one of my guys, by the way, if he wants to. He can totally do that.
痛いよ。
Okay,
もうダメ。
that's not the worst.
まだまだ燃えてる。
That looks really bad, but it actually isn't as bad as it looks.
鏡よ。
Is there a reverse system? I don't think there's a reverse system, sadly.
これが最強テクニック。
The thing is, we don't need a healer if we just kill the boss. And all the characters that need to that need to be here to kill the boss are still here. Just don't break the boss now, wait for the next cycle, and then break the boss.
順調な時こそ真剣。絶好調よ。
Yeah. I don't think the boss can stop us anymore at this point. The boss would have to kill everyone on this turn, which it can't.
切れなかった。
Yeah, we won.
悪くないんじゃない？ここで決めるわよ。悪くないんじゃない？貫くわよ。
Jesus Christ, that was scary as fuck. Jesus Christ, that was so fucking scary.
次行ってみよ
Oh my god. But we did it. We lost a lot of points for clear rounds and remaining HP, sadly, but still, we're 7th! We're actually 7th! Jesus fucking Christ. Let's go. It doesn't show, by the way. Let me show it to you. We're 7th. Yes, we're fucking 7th in the world. Nice. Jesus Christ. You can run a full team without a healer. Technically, yes, if you use a tank instead. So you can just use a tank instead of a healer, and it's also fine, basically, in most cases. Damn. As far as streamers are concerned, I'm number 1. in the West, at least. In Japan, probably not. Yeah, that was... We fucking did it, guys. We actually fucking did it. I didn't believe we would. I really didn't believe we would, by the way. I thought we were gonna, like, die. Like, I went into this fight saying, time to die. And then I didn't. And then I actually just didn't die somehow. So that was fun. We actually kind of did it. Nice. I need to post a screenshot of that. So now that we've done that, what is there anything else in Skull Attack? I think we actually got all the rewards. I think we actually just got all the rewards now. Yeah, that's all the rewards for this. Nice. Awesome. We got the high score, we got the total score rewards. So the interesting part is the high score rewards, the total score rewards now also give you the memorial medals, which I totally know what they're for. Oh, they're for this event. Okay, I thought they were like general medals, but no, they're for this event. Whew. Is it good to run a defense portrait on Kaede, or is that just for score attack? Generally, for Kaede, you want to run a HP portrait because Kaede's heals scale off of HP. So by having more HP, she heals more. And of course, you also survives more attack in that sense. Nice. We got a whole bunch of stuff now. Look at a good-looking tank. Can I ask what to slap on her? Defense. Basically all the defense that you can get. So now paint drops, by the way, are also in the shop. So our pedal shine pitcher, sure. They introduced that item today. Sure. Oh, look at that. The cores are here. The big cores even. The small cores aren't here? Hold up. They're only adding the cores of some elements to this. Huh? Oh, because this is part 1. They're gonna add the other cores to part 2. So cores are gonna be really rare. Oh. Huh. I think I have enough prism stones. Whew. So the thing about defenders is since their shields scale with defense, if you have a good defender with a lot of defense, your team just doesn't take any damage, especially if they have good ascensions. Your team just stays full HP all the time, basically. Okay, so since Steam just came out, I'm probably gonna go and swap to Steam in a second. Let me just make sure I got everything from here, especially this. Where's my mouse? There it is. Good. It's also hard sand now, so they added more hard sand now to this shop. That's good, because we really needed some hard sand. There's still not that many places to use your chips. Like, I have 9 million chips, and I don't have anything to use it on. The pink-haired girl, the main girl, she's an attacker that needs all crit and crit damage. She's a breaker that needs crit damage, crit rate, rather. But don't worry too much about her. Although what I just said, both pink-haired main character girls are breakers, so it's just interesting enough that applies to both of them. We can also get some more. I think we really need cubes now, actually, with the new system. I have so many orbs now? I don't need orbs now. I just have so many. Yeah, I just have so many orbs now, Jesus. Oh, we have so many archive medals as well. We have so much of everything. Jesus Christ. Okay. We still need many more legacy medals. No. Did I pull Mami? I did do a 10 pull on Mami, but I didn't get her, sadly. Sadly, I didn't get her. But we can maybe change that. We can maybe change that because we could just throw another temple at Swimsuit Mami. Just another temple because it's just a temple, right? It's just a temple. And what could possibly happen? It's really fine. Well, it could have been better. Could have been better. Regular Mami is also really good. Got a gamba. So now I'm gonna see if we can maybe swap to the Steam version if we don't have anything else. Nope. Okay, the Steam version. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, let's do it. Another pull? Not yet. It's too early for that. Okay, I have no idea how loud this is gonna be, so I'm really sorry if this is gonna be. Actually, I'm gonna just mute it. I'm just gonna mute it entirely. Yeah, but I'm also on Twitch. Okay, I'm in Germany. That's right. I would like full screen actually. On high quality. I'm not going to show the screen yet, by the way, so I have the Steam version open now. I'm not going to put it on screen yet, Jesus, until I actually transferred my account. Jesus Christ, that's loud. Okay, good thing I muted it for you guys, because you guys would have just been jump scared by a really loud fucking Please, Jesus Christ. Okay, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna close the... Gonna close this one. I was gonna go black. It's gonna go dark for you guys. Don't worry about it. It's gone now. Actually, it's still there. Okay, I'm gonna sign in now. I'm not gonna show it yet because I might accidentally dox myself if I don't do anything. Okay. Huh, that is interesting. What about page gems? Because the page gems were on Google Store. Is that gonna be different now? Huh. Does it... Is it even a separate platform for Steam? Is Steam even a separate platform for payments? It is. Oh. Oh, that is wild. Okay. I think I can show it now. I just need to activate it. Where is it? Is it this? That really doesn't work. Why does that not work? Come on. There we go. Nice. That ain't it, Chief. What are you doing? That still isn't it. What are you... What? Come on. The transform doesn't want to do it. That is not stretched to screen. What are you doing? There was an update to OBS, and so ever since then it's actually become impossible to actually get everything correctly on screen for some reason. Like I don't know what they did. They fucked up the entire way of like getting stuff on screen. I don't know what they did. It's like impossible now to actually get stuff on screen. There you go. I have no gems anymore because all those gems. What the fuck is happening with that screen? Do you see that window? Wait, it doesn't actually do anything. What? What? What is happening? Why is the screen not showing anything? What is happening? What? Why is it impossible to capture this thing? I'm just gonna... It is a Windows 7 window, even though I'm not on Windows 7. Okay, I'm gonna just see if I can swap to windowed mode instead. I can add key bindings. Thank you for showing me, but I kind of need to do something else right now. Okay, I'm gonna go to windowed instead. Okay. It just fucked up entirely? Good. That is not what that looks like. I'm gonna reset it. Why is it so hard to get this stuff to work? I'm really sorry. Why is it so hard to stream this? What? Okay, that's more promising. What? It doesn't update. Why does it not show anything? It doesn't show anything. Why is it just white? It's just white. I assure you the game is not white for me. It actually shows a game. Yeah, it's just weird. I can go full screen and do screen capture. I guess that would work. I'm not a fan of screen capture because it's not quite as efficient. but I guess it would work, but I have to go full screen for that. Display capture. So display capture is not as fast, like able to go with the same amount of FPS as other captures, but I don't know. Dude, it's fucking impossible to get this thing on screen. It's hard to tell why, but Jesus Christ. Also, what is happening? Oh, I think I have filters on. Huh. There we go. Dude, it's fucking impossible to get anything correctly anymore. What is... Why is it impossible to put anything on the correct size on the screen? Jesus fucking Christ, okay. Whew, we're good. Okay, we actually got it. We're actually here. I put this music on again. We're actually here. Got anti-aliasing, got shadows. Look at that. Look at that. Quality. We actually got some quality. Nice. Okay, so back to the actual content. I have claim on F. Wow, look at that. Gift box on N. Damn, we have hotkeys and shit. Wow, player level. There's a thing player level. We have missions. Jesus, I can just press buttons now. Quests. So yeah, I did mention this. I don't have gems anymore because they're on the other platform. But of course, if I want to just whale, I can then swap over to my other platform, to my mobile, then whale, and then come back to Steam. So I can do that, and that's probably what I'm gonna do. Like at some point, I'm gonna go through all of my gems that are on mobile, and then simply keep the ones on Steam instead. Okay, now we need to keep farming more Crystalis. Yay! Change. Oh my god, there's a hotkey for changing quest rank, and a hotkey for changing party. Oh my god! Damn, there's hotkeys and everything now. Wow. So should I change Mami out now because she has her EX? No, because she still needs her other legendary secondary effects. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of farming now. Can you still change accounts between Gmails and PC? If you're on PC, then you are going to be on Steam. Like you can't be on your mobile account on Steam. Or rather, it's your account, but you can't have your mobile gems on PC. That just doesn't work. Kora, no, you were feeling behind. No. Starry was the same too for Genshin. I don't think that's what you wanted to type, but I understand what you mean. My pointer is way too big. Look at the quality of this. It looks so much better, even though I can't really tell this from too much. So what do we think, guys? Isn't it great? We can also have hotkeys for speed and hotkeys for pause. Hotkeys for auto or not. There was a hotkey for skip. There's now a hotkey for special attacks, so I can just press 1 through 5 to get the special attacks. Nice. There's no hotkey for retry. That's maybe the one thing that's missing. Okay, what else do we have? So we have toggle skill. That's a hotkey. Change target. That's a hotkey. Skill details. Okay, that's a hotkey. Enemy info. You can just press that. Nice. Auto. That's a hotkey. Nice. Whole bunch of hotkeys. There is one thing I need to find out once we get someone with special. Yeah, the explosion looked much better now. Why is my Eva harmony the last time I don't me? She doesn't? So now I can press 3. And then... Enter. There we go. Although I will rebind that to space. Already assigned. What did I assign to? Show height UI? Also to a bunch of other stuff? Why? Yes, we'll also add on this. So I'd like it on spaces. So now this is automatically on this. Nice. Good. That's how I want it. I can just press Z now to skip. Awesome. I have an idea. I have a mouse that has buttons on the side. I'm gonna put all my buttons on there. So confirm can be on this. Yep. Wait, do we even need anything special? Skip, we need skip. I can be on this. Where's switch speed? No, not switch speed. Where's auto? Auto battle. There it is. I can be here. So now it's all on my mouse that I can use to interact with stuff. Nice. Nice. I don't need to worry too much about stuff anymore. I'll finish the second and then check out the Steam release. Have fun with that Steam release. So if it's to find the elemental crystal quests, you only get different elemental damage crystals, and that's about it. Like, there's not really any difference at all other than that. Like, you get, for example, I'm farming dark right now, so I'm gonna get dark element crystals. That's about it. Rigorous Bulwark. We really don't need that at all. Huh. I think we're almost we actually need to farm for basically the entire time, because daily reset is at 22 o'clock. Which is in 2 hours, and until then I actually want to get through all of my green cubes, except it doesn't matter because I'm gonna run out of green cubes at some point anyway, and if I do it sooner rather than later, I guess it doesn't matter too much. I kinda still want to do it though. I'm gonna need to figure out a better way of streaming this game other than doing a full screen capture or a window, not a window, a monitor capture, because how the fuck is it not possible to get a monitor or game capture with this game? That just can't be possible. Something is very much wrong with that. You can get support crystals regardless of the element quest then? Yep, absolutely. So by the way, how are you guys doing? Have you been farming well? I hope you have. Because you're gonna have to do a lot of farming. So you can farm the EX crystals in just one element scenario? Yeah. You can just do the very exact same EX, the very exact same element farm for every single EX.
続けます
You don't use swap for anything.
もっとやれるんです続けます避けられないわよ続けますこれで決めるわよ続けていくわ
The fact that I can skip cutscenes now with just a hotkey on my mouse is so good. Jesus Christ.
行くわ続けていくわ
That itself is already worth it.
一人前って言えるか
That's kind of weird that this doesn't have a... There's not a hotkey for continuing at that point.
な気を引き締めないともっとやれるんです私だって速攻で型をつけよ
Huh. I read stuff on the Discord. There's some interesting stuff. Jesus Christ.
う逃がさない続けますはいもっとやれるんです
But here's the skill that I'm going for. I'm going for basically all of the EX skills for everyone on this team.
決めたんです
Specifically Homoda because it's Homoda.
続けていくわお願い逃がさない
Spend 1200 stamina getting a single EX happens.
行くわ
Even if I don't get a single more EX now until the end of today, I still have gotten one already, so...
気を引き締めないともっとやれるんです私だって
Tab is tab later abbreviated. Thanks, Madoka. Dang.
続け
It does say that specifically on German keyboards, by the way.
逃がさない
Is 103 the max you get from the stored XP? Yep, that is the max that I could get from my store XP. Because it only stores experience from main story. And it only starts storing it after you reach level 100, which means that if you actually reached level 100 sooner by, for example, doing side content, like, for example, doing any of the like QP strengthening quests, then you'll actually reach 100 earlier than other characters, than other players. And if you reach level 100 earlier than other players, you will end up storing more XP. So once the patch releases, you then are above 103, like 104 for example.
ここで決めるわよ行くわ
You're the part 1 Garden Witch Nightmare for the 5-star key, but when you didn't get anything. I think they kind of changed that to not be specifically for that witch, but rather they added it, I think, to the mission bonus, where there's a mission bonus for beating every single witch on standard difficulty, as well as logging in for 7 days. And I think that's where it is.
速攻で型をつけ
So I think there's logging for 7 days for that one.
続けます
I don't know why they did that.
続けます逃がさない続けますいやもっとやれるんです続けます生きていくって続けますいや続けていくわお願い
It's only 7 days login, come on guys, it's not that bad. Could be much worse.
これで決めるわよ
Do you know if Crystalis is good for supports yet? Definitely speed and MP generation.
時間
And of course whatever their EX is.
気を引き締めないともっとやれるんです私だって速攻で型をつけよう続けます 逃がさない。続けます。
Jesus.
もっとやれるんです。生きていくって決めたんです。
There's only one EX Crystalis per character. Yep, every character has exactly one Crystalis, and that Crystalis will have special abilities specifically tailored to that character. Which means that you basically want to get the EX Crystalis for every single character, so that should kind of be your goal for this system, is so that eventually every character has their EX Crystalis. And of course probably some other stuff as well, but that's at least the one you want to have, definitely. Can't click on that here. Can't click on that either, Jesus. You can get dupes from the EX. I don't know if you can get dupes. I mean, if you get the same one again, I assume it just gets immediately put into paint drops. But you definitely can't equip two of the same EX. Pretty certain about that, because that would be way too powerful. So yeah, you can't equip two of the same EX. Let me check. I didn't actually check how much stuff I even got. How do we not have a good legendary one yet? That is insane. We also need a bunch more pictures. I'm not sure who to use them on yet though. There's not much else I can really do with this yet. You really need to get those legendaries. I think those legendaries are kind of going to be somewhat of a choke point. Ooh, yeah, no, that one's fine, but not really good for an N. There's the EX. We got that one. You know if these are good either. We're still missing basically all the good ones, sadly. But we have a lot of them, like generally. Yeah, we have decent ones, but they're not good enough. Where's the other one? Quick Step. That's the one. Quick Step. That one is extremely important, but only Kirika has it, who's maybe the only character that doesn't really care too much about it. So I don't think anyone else actually has Quick Step right now. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. We really want that Quick Step. Okay, we're gonna add... Let's just add another one for now, because I want the natural rate of QP recovery to tick in a little as well. That said, I do need to take the piss for a second, so I'll see you in a second. We haven't even finished the fight yet. What? What do you mean we're still in a fight? How you get past Nightmare Birdcage, slow the fight down as much as you can. And don't do as many hits as possible. Also have a healer that can— oh, what do you mean there's another EX? Damn. Homura, 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 Homura. I'm about to answer the question if you can have two of the same EX. About that. It just converts to 50. Shit happens. You know, shit happens. Jesus fucking Christ, what are you doing to me? So yeah, now with Birdcage, have someone who can get rid of ailments as well, like Yuma. Yuma is gonna be very helpful. Jesus fucking Christ. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to you, Mami? I glazed you. This is how you repay me? That is... Why is this so quiet? Why is this so quiet? Jesus Christ.
Right here, right now.
That's much louder. What the fuck? That is so too quiet. Jesus, I need to chill on that. I don't know. That is good now. There's no way to swap them out without showing when you're taking off. Exactly. That is something that is kind of bad about the system right now that hopefully gets changed in the future. Like, I hope that enough people are complaining that it does actually get changed. And for the people asking, is there a difference between the elements? I'm farming the dark element right now, which means that I'm, for example, getting the dark element drops right here, which increase the dark element damage you deal. Which of course is only helpful right now for my Homura. And this is the main reason why I'm on dark, is because I want this for Homura. So I'm going to go all the way through this specific cube. So once I'm at 0 stamina, I'm actually going to switch game. I'm going to actually switch game to ZZZ, because there's actually some interesting stuff in ZZZ to do. Because it's not really, right now it's just farming. And I don't need to do that on stream. So I'm going to be doing the current endgame challenge that just was newly added today, because they added a new tower to ZZZ. So ZZZ has a new tower. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do the new tower in ZZZ, which is gonna be really fucking hard, but I have some cool shit. So that's really something to do before I end for today, that is. Did you go for the new girl or nah? I did go for Swimsuit Mami for 2 10 rolls and I didn't get her. So that didn't last very long, sadly. You find unlock the difficulty for all these character things. Will there be a video about the best way to farm for these crystals? Yep, absolutely. Within the next 2 days, I'm going to make a video about just how the system works and how to get the most out of the system. Yuzuha got released today? Yep. Oh, you mean in ZZZ? Yeah, I got Yuzuha. I got her. She's really good. You don't need to hold off on using your Kupi, by the way. You can actually just go into the extra level difficulty battle of whatever element your attacker is of, and that's about it. And just use a team of characters that you want to get the best Crystalis on. That's basically about it. By the way, when I'm farming this by myself, I'm not gonna have the sound on. It's gonna go crazy with the sound. I'm gonna just watch a video on my second monitor or something. I got you past nightmare mode. Well, glad that I was of help. That's what those videos were for. Maybe chaos will actually be doable even after this. Oh, you're right. I should be doing chaos for a bit after, before I do ZZZ, before I swap. That's a lot of damage. I can actually do it right now because by the time the stream is done, this is still not going to have regenerated from the normal, natural regeneration. So let's do some chaos. I don't know how well this is going to go because I don't actually know exactly how to do this particular chaos, but we'll see. So we go here. Chaos. Okay, fire, water, and void. We know we need soil, huh? This. We need that. I'm not quite sure. Oh, we can use this. Is this a good enough team? I don't actually know. I don't know actually. I know we need debuffs. That's what I'll remember about this fight. That you need a lot of debuffs. Yeah, we don't know anything other than you need debuffs, basically. Do we have... Oh, we don't have debuff hit rate, because debuff hit rate would actually be really good here. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. This is about it. And then we need... I don't actually know. Let's go for MP recovery rate, maybe? Yeah, I don't think so. Check Homura crystals, you mean for this one? You can't get them. Or do you mean for the other Homo? You can long tab, okay. Cause I know I got one. I got this one, not that important right now. I mean, it's good. I'm not sure if I want to use this one right now. I know I want the element one. I definitely want that one. Other than that, crit rate maybe. Not entirely certain. Yeah, quick step is good. The attack. Ooh, I think I want the attack instead of the crit rate actually. So we want the dark attack and we want the crit, the attack percent. Although probably the one that is instead from Heroic Grace. No, we can't use that one because the buff runs out really fast actually. And then we have this. Yeah, we still don't have any really good ones sadly. We still need way better ones. They're just not good enough. We actually need debuff hit rate. Let me see if I can find the other one. This one. You definitely do need debuff hit rate on this one, even though it feels kind of weird, but that's true. Speed defense. Yep. Nope, it's all fine. Yeah, even if we don't have Crystalis on everyone, whatever, let's just see what happens, right? Right. I don't think we're gonna go very far, but let's just see what happens. So I know we need to immediately gotta get some debuffs. So this hopefully gets us some debuffs. A3 cool jar. Nice. Okay, we got one. Okay, counter. That's 2 debuffs, that's good. 3 debuffs, good. So this, the important part about this boss is that this boss becomes weaker the more debuffs are on it. So here, decreases damage dealt and break gets depletion resistance, and increases damage taken and debuff resistance based on how many debuffs are applied to self. But the more debuffs are on it, the harder it is to apply more debuffs. This is a second kill switch. If item 50% greatly increases attack, significantly increases all enemies' varied duration and HP recovery effect. That said, we're still gonna bring Sayaka because Sayaka also gives a debuff on the enemy. So basically, you wanna put as many debuffs as possible on this boss, and it can at some points even remove the debuffs from itself, by the way. But generally, that's the entire point. This boss does basically nothing, but it's stronger if it doesn't have debuffs on it. That's basically the entirety of this boss fight. So just get as many debuffs as possible. You gotta race it down, by the way. And this is not gonna happen. So the reason why A for Sayaka is usually somewhat required is because A for Sayaka gives everyone 20% defense, which means basically everyone takes 20% less damage, and taking less damage is extremely important on this fight because, as you can see, you're trying to race this boss down, and if you're taking this much damage, you can't race the boss down. It's just not gonna happen. I still can land a debuff from this. Nice. Another debuff. That's still a lot. Yeah, we're not really getting there. Whereas Masaka had a 0, and that's kind of problematic. I hit with 1235. Not really, other than keep building your characters to higher levels, higher magic level, and get some good Crystalis. There's not really much you can do. She's dead. Yep. So we're about to break the boss, but our damage dealer is dead. Also gonna die now anyway because we didn't break fast enough too. Just wait. Oh, never mind. We actually are breaking, but it doesn't matter because our damage dealer is dead. So yeah, this is somewhat what this boss looks like, but we actually need to have a damage dealer alive at this point right now and then use the damage dealer to actually kill the boss. So that's it. That's Crystalis boss. That is not good. So, yeah. Aina has an alignment. It's true, but so does Rena, and Rena has single target. Which means that Rena breaks faster than Aina here. Yeah, I don't think I can beat this boss yet. I don't think it's gonna happen. You just got Rena at A5 today? Dang, congratulations. That's a really good character. Oh, you mean ailment? Yeah, ailment is not a debuff, so that wouldn't count. The thing is, keep in mind, the more debuffs the boss has, the harder it is to apply more debuffs, because it gets more debuff resistance the more debuffs are on it, like this boss specifically. So I don't think that I can even do more than this, sadly. Follow-ups don't really matter that much. The important part is to get as many debuffs as possible and to survive until you can actually break the boss, which I can't survive until I break the boss. So I don't think that's very helpful. You also can't heal because all your heals are massively reduced for this fight too. So yeah, I think that's about all we can do, sadly. So yeah, we still can't beat this boss on... Oh, I didn't need to click it, just does it. I still can't beat this boss on Chaos just yet, at least. If I had really good Crystalis, probably, but I don't. I would have to farm Crystalis first. So I think I'm just gonna go over and head to Zenless Zone 0 now for just a bit. Because usually, here's the thing, usually I would end stream at this point because I've basically done everything I wanted to do in this game for today. Until tomorrow when I play, when I stream some Donkey Kong Bonanza. But instead of just ending, I might as well do a little bit of ZZZ because the patch just came out today and I was gonna, like, if I wasn't streaming, I would be playing this right now, right, like this anyway. And once again, it doesn't work. What is happening? What happened to OBS? Why is it suddenly not possible anymore? There we go. Does this work? I think this works. Just gotta the transform. So usually on the old OBS versions, there's just a button on this scene right now that says stretch this to fill the entire screen, and you would do that, and it would work. But now look at this. Nothing happened. It just what are you doing? It's not doing anything. Like it's just fucking nothing. And then you have to manually attach it to the screen, but then they also added a secondary effect where now the scene is like trying to automatically put itself into the correct spot and automatically trying to adjust itself, which doesn't fucking work. Like nothing works anymore. This used to work before. They fucking broke it. It was working perfectly fine and then they broke it in an update. What are they doing? I don't know what they're doing. It doesn't work, the screen is too small. It's supposed to make itself bigger automatically. It used to do that. It used to do that. All of this used to just work. Like, it's really fucking hard now to use OBS. I don't know what they did, but it sucks. Maybe I'm gonna try and like download an old version again. It's like strictly worse. It's not like some things are better about this version. No, everything is worse about this version. It is insane. Okay, that's the new tower. Time to do some stuff. I'm gonna go on my Twitch and I'm gonna say that I'm on a different game now because I kind of need to do that. I don't need to do that on YouTube, of course. So it's quite difficult, but we're gonna do it. New to electric. That's not good. That's what I was going to say.
Where are we going? There's no class today.
Is the concert starting?
Since when have I been using English voices? Fuck it. I haven't been playing with sound on at all. I usually play with sound off, so I didn't even realize I was on English voices. I'm sorry, but I just can't when it comes to anime games, because anime games and English voices, it just doesn't work with my brain. Like, my brain just goes, oh, that's just weird, that's just weird, that shouldn't be that way. Specifically with anime games, though. There we go. Jesus. That was just weird. Okay, weak to fire. This is gonna suck.
どこ行く？あなたと何怖い話でもしてくれるの？
We can't do this. This is just
どこ
memes.
行く？ニトロフューエルはいかがですか？火力
We do
上げ
this.
ちゃおっか。
This is memes, but I think this works. No, wait. No, let's not do that. Let's do...
何怖い話でもしてくれるの？
Let's do something else. Let's do this.
どの値をご指名かしら。
どこ
Sorry,
行く？
whoops. I want to
今
use
日
all my
あなた
slots.
と私で響き合う。
あんたがサンプルになって
ニト
どの
There
値
we
を
go.
ご
Okay,
指名
that's all
か
right.
しら。
Jesus. Music. But usually I'm on mute. Yeah. The music is a bit loud. I think I can change it once I'm in fight. Hold up. Yeah, whatever. The music is a little bit loud at some places. Hold up. Or rather, the voices actually.
Inspiring.
Options. Audio. Main volume. Just put it down a bit. Yeah, that's about it. I'm just getting slight frame drops because I'm streaming instead of just playing it normal. But it should be fine. That was kind of bad. I am actually getting more frame drops than I thought I would, so that's not good. Might need to turn down the graphics a little. Took me ages. Yeah, this town seems to be really, pretty difficult. Well, Jane Doe boss, which is bringing the West boss to exist. Don't worry, I have Jane Doe myself, which actually is the perfect counter to that. First off this, and I think I need to turn the graphics just a tiny bit. I have motion blur? No, I don't. Okay. Does this do it? It does, even though it looks kind of bad now. Yeah, it's not getting frame drops, I'm not too sure why. It's also the CPU can't keep up with me, I guess. Nice. You want to shoot me a bit? Just don't get hit then. That simple. Ice and Ether. Maybe I should have changed. So I got ERX from Alicia. Oh, congratulations. I don't even know what that one is, by the way. Hope it's a good one. Did I miss it? Wait, that didn't miss. The thing about dodges is that sometimes the boss just, or the enemies just miss, and then your dodge doesn't do anything. And sometimes when it looks like they're missing, they're not missing. Oh, that was an enemy. I didn't even pay attention. I don't want to be a John, but I'm getting a lot of frame drops. Are you guys seeing this, by the way? Or is that just on my end? What's this again? Maybe I think 50 or something? I don't know. That was quite difficult. What the fuck? Maybe I should get my Caesar. Ice Ether. I kind of do need a different setup actually. Because Ice Ether means a completely different team actually. I don't think it's 50 actually. I'll 50 review monthly. Not monthly usually. Look at that grip shot. Do I have any shots? Don't worry guys, you're not supposed to actually be able to see what's happening. If you could actually see what's happening there, don't worry, I couldn't. Yeah, the frame drops are getting a bit weird. Maybe I need to do something about this as well. My PC is really good, I shouldn't be able to have... I shouldn't be having trouble actually. I guess I'll go those as well as I thought I would be able to. I should have checked what this boss is, because if I saw that it was this guy, I would not have gone with this team. I don't have any points left, I can't do this. I have no idea points now. Dude, am I the only one who with the red aura of this guy can't tell if his flashes are red or yellow? I really can't tell sometimes. Thanks, patience, Spear. I don't want to quite do that. There you go. Finally. That was a disaster. That was an absolute disaster. Yeah, this feels really weird with... I don't want to have to turn on the graphics more. Yeah, I think we can't really do this. I'm just gonna go to the end of this tower segment and then probably call it. We have Fire Ether. We can do this meme. This is a really fun meme actually. No Power Keeper of Miyabi. It's just really good. Why would you want Power Keeper anyway? Oh my god, I can't see what the fuck is happening about this. No, that's not good. It's a big guy. Okay, bunch them all up. Let's go. Big deeps. Nice. The dancing as well. Perfect. Why can't they all be like this? We have just fire. Let's do this one then. By the way, I really hate these guys because they just don't want to engage with you in fights for the most part. But they're allergic to actually fighting you. There's also another guy? Really? You know, I was just not nearly resisting, that is true. They just exploded. They actually just fucking exploded. Okay, not that far. What do we have? Just fire? Yeah, continue this. Oh my god, he went fast. What am I timing now? Oh, they broke them. Nice, very good. Big damage. Broke them down. Nice. Like butter. Like fruit butter. Very easy. Yeah, my PC doesn't like this. My PC is kind of on fire right now. Eh. Fire physical, okay. Event tab is not done. That's weird. Up to 50 floors. Oh yeah, because there's like a thing that says like do as many as you can and something like that. I don't know. So these guys can randomly kill you really easily. So they'll just randomly throw shit at you from off screen. There it is. 2 minutes go in total. Oh, that thing. It doesn't actually sound that high. Oh, what was that? Oh, he's shooting. I didn't actually see that. Okay, double. Okay, one down, good. What? I totally dashed? I was pretty certain press the dash button, man. That's kind of weird. What? It hit her? What? How? How did I hit her? 1.9 million. Oh. Ooh. That's not good. Okay, final one. This one's... Oh, I hate this boss. I hate this boss a lot. We're gonna use Mia B because if it's not physical weak, I don't actually like playing Jane that much, sadly. Like Jane is kind of far behind everyone else if the enemy is not specifically physical weak. It's kind of sad. Which is why they're making a new character that is just Alice but better. which is just saying it better, which is called Alice.
回避を図る。勝利を上となし、闘乱はこれに次ぐ。
Oh yeah, they would. It doesn't show up all the time. Oh what? Really? I hate when that happens. It's also like this in the weekly mode, where sometimes you get the modifiers. Like if you want to use it, there's modifiers that make it so the flash don't drop anymore.
この気を逃さん。刀はもう鞘だ。地で。
Oh, I thought I was going to do phase 2. Never mind then, because I was holding on to some of my resources. Is this ZZZ? I guess, right? Yep, that's the ZZZ, although I think I'm just done now, because it turns out that my PC has some struggles running this well, and it's getting a lot of frame drops sadly. At least on my end. I don't know if it shows up on stream, but for me it's like very choppy, and there's like a lot of individual frames that are being dropped when I play this on stream, it seems. So, and I don't want to drop the quality too much, because that would just be shit if I drop the quality too much. So I think I'm just gonna leave it and say, maybe I just need a better PC then, I guess. Yeah, it might look good on stream because the encoder might do something about it. But at least for me, it's extremely choppy. So I don't think it's gonna work very well. Well, at least I tried. At least I tried. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. Like I said, I'm probably gonna stream some Donkey Kong Bonanza tomorrow. I don't know how long or how much, or if I like the game enough, if I'm going to speedrun it afterwards. I'm not quite sure about that, but that's at least the plan for now. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow, but until then, see you guys next time. Bye!